Hello students, good morning. Myself Dr. M.S. Khan. Today I am here in front of you with a chapter of physics that is known as electrostatics. And the topic of day is Coulomb's law. Dear students, you have listened about the Coulomb's law because it is very important and it was explained by the Coulombs in 1785 after invention of torsion balance. Coulombs explained about the electrostatic force between 2-point static charge particle, and it will be explained as given equation. According to Coulomb's law, the electrostatic force between 2-point static charge particle is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Dear students, we suppose Q1 and Q2 are 2-point static charge particle which are separated by a small distance r. Then electrostatic force between two given charge particles Q1 and Q2 as F directly proportional to Q1 Q2 and inversely proportional to 1 by r square. So we find the magnitude of electrostatic force between 2-point static charge particle like F is equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square, where K is proportionality constant which is known as electrostatic constant or Coulomb's constant, where K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught when two given charge particles are placed in vacuum or air, and the value of K is about 9 into 10 to the power 9. And Coulombs explained the electrostatic force by the torsion balance, and he was equated as F is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 Q1 Q2 by R square when charge particles are placed in a vacuum or air. Because when charge particles are placed in a vacuum or air, the value of epsilon naught, which is known as absolute permittivity. Absolute permittivity in free space, and its value is about 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 Coulomb square by Newton meter square. So dear students, we obtain the equation which is used to measure the magnitude of electrostatic force, and electrostatic force is very strong force which is much stronger than gravitational force, and also it will be stronger than magnetic forces. And we know electrostatic force between two electrons which are separated by 10 to the power minus 14 meter is about 10 to the power 41 times stronger than gravitational forces. So we can say electrostatic force is a very strong force, and it will be used in our daily life in electrical and electronic appliances. Dear students, electrostatic force is a central force, conservative forces, because they act along the line joining between two given charges Q1 and Q2, and it is independent on the path followed, or it is conservative because the work done by the electrostatic force on a circular path will be 0 and it is independent on the path followed. Dear students, Coulomb's law explained in a vector form because force is a vector and here electrostatic force is also a vector. So we measure the electrostatic force with magnitude as well as direction. So suppose F21 is an electrostatic force exerted on Q2 by Q1, then F21 is equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square. And now put a unit vector which gives the direction of electrostatic force and it is directed from Q1 to Q2. So we can write as n cap 1 2 1 2 2 is directed an electrostatic force from Q1 to Q2. Now Q2 charge particle exerted an electrostatic force on Q1 which is directed from Q2 to Q1 and we can write F12 because Q2 exerted on Q1 as we represent an electrostatic force F12 F12 and F12 is equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square N21 because N21 is a unit vector which gives the direction of F12 and it is directed from Q1 to Q2. From these electrostatic forces we can explain about the magnitude and direction of electrostatic force, and from F21 and F12 we can say F21 is equal to F12 in opposite direction. Dear students, when two charged particles Q1 and Q2 are placed in air or vacuum at a small distance r, then electrostatic force on Q2 by Q1 which is symbolically represented by F21 and the force exerted by Q2 on Q1, the force symbolically represented by F12 having same magnitude but in opposite direction. So Coulomb's law is also explained about the Newton third law. I hope you can understand about the Coulomb's law. Thank you. All the best.